welcome the man of the hour. It's her one and only interview. It's unbelievable. Oh, yes! I don't care about stars because I live in a world where I am perceived to be a star, and I know that that doesn't mean anything. What really matters is what's behind that facade. What I care about is the quality of life and energy exuded from the person who is called a star, like John Travolta. John Travolta, in the world's eyes, is a star, but to me, he is one of those people who loves life and has such deep compassion and feelings for other people that, okay, so he's a star, but who he is as a person means more to me than the fact that he's a star. Please welcome our favorite urban cowboy, John Travolta! John Travolta! Please welcome my dear friend, John Travolta! You are the embodiment of cool.
Not right now, I'm not.
Favorite thing to sleep in?
Oh, I only sleep in a t-shirt.
Favorite gift to receive, John?
You cannot give me enough hugs and kisses.
Really?
I swear to God.
He is my all-time favorite! You love him. Our friendship developed because of a genuine camaraderie and respect that we have for each other. And his love of life and my love of life and our deep appreciation for people who live life well. I tell you what, I'd give you a free lunch if you'd show me one of those moves.
You got it, baby. Well, let's see. It's been a few months.
Okay.
Which one do you like?
I like the one the girls were doing, whatever that thing is, when you were doing that.
Well, you gotta... You go to the left, right? There.
Sex is always okay, no matter what. She's making me say this.
We were just all watching that, and we all want some of that. Is it as good as it looks?
It's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will there be more Little Pan Ams, Uniteds, and do you think you want more? Do you?
Definitely.
Really? Look at her blushing. Last night I had so much fun when I paid a surprise visit to John at the gym to get a first-hand look at his rock-solid abs. Look at what happened. John was just starting his workout at the fabulous East Bank Club when I decided to surprise him. You see him over there.
We do 5 sets of biceps, 5 sets of triceps, and then sometimes we throw in an additional body part, right?
Absolutely.
Who's that?
A goddess.
Hey, baby. Hi, baby. You did a really good job here.
Thank you.
You did a good job, too.
I showed my abs on screen.
Did you? Let's see. I only saw... Oh, baby. Hey, let's see again. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Look at you, short.
Look at my legs. I got my muscles back in my legs.
Wow. How long did it take to look this good?
2 years.
See, you always look good to me. When have you not looked
Oh,
good?
you sweetheart.
No,
well,
but
I
you
hide
always-
it with nice suits.
Is that it? Okay.
You look fabulous.
Working out with John. No,
Hey.
it's not fab, but I'm like you.
You too, you look
trying to do
great.
it for the health.
See that little waist of yours?
Yeah, we're trying.
You got a beautiful body.
Thank you. I have a beautiful body.
You do.
Thank you, John.
When I was out of shape,
Yeah.
I was not as good a lover as I was when I got into shape.
And really, why is that?
Because she had to do most of the work.
John is one of those rare people in the world, really. I started to cry backstage when I was talking about him in front of the camera because he's one of those rare people that if you have the blessing to be in his presence, he makes you feel better about yourself and your life and being human in the world. You do. You just do. You do. Okay, now what has it been like? 50, I think something happened to me.
Oh, baby, it sure did. I promise.
Something happened to me. Want to hear him sing in person?
Come stand up. Okay. Let me dance for you. It'll make me more comfortable. This is a cappella, of course.
Okay.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, the world will follow my rush, 'cause I have got a crush, my Oprah, on you.
First time I interviewed Julia, we were down south. I remember it was sweltering hot in that room. And she was, I think that was her first film, Steel Magnolias. And it was so hot in that room, we could have baked a pie right there. Just sat it in our lap and it would have baked. It was sweltering too. And, you know, obviously, I thought she was attractive and fun and down to earth, and surprisingly so, to have just had this major motion picture just happen to her.
Well, I remember the day that we were shooting outside the porch and we were all wearing wool and all this stuff that was really stupid to be wearing.
And Shirley had a mink coat on.
Your mink coat and the wig and the whole shebang.
And I was wearing my long underwear because it would stop the perspiration, and once it all showed under my mink coat is my long cotton underwear.
Well, we were like, everybody had like ice on their wrists and doing the whole thing, and everybody was like, you know, it's hot, could I get some water and this, and Dolly never said anything. And I finally just, I had to say, Dolly, I mean, you've got a wig and you're doing the thing and the wool, and I mean, come on, just, it's hot. I mean,
Sweat
something,
a little,
you know? But just say, I'm hot, you know? This is a drag.
No.
And she said, I remember we were sitting on the porch. Do you remember this? We were sitting on the porch, and she said to me, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be famous and I wanted to be rich, and now I'm both those things. I'm not going to complain about it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be quiet for the rest of the day.
Well, I'm a true Southern girl, too. I'm used to that
Well, I
Southern
am too,
peace.
Dolly,
and
but I complain a lot.
Well, don't be a baby.
Now that I've interviewed hundreds and maybe even thousands of people who are known to the public, I recognize that there's a common thread in all of them whom I really like, and that is they come to the business knowing that it is a business, but knowing that their personhood, who they are, is more important than what they do. And that is true for Julia. She's among that group of big mega stars who is grounded in the center of herself, and who she is as a person is bigger than what she does as a movie star. And that's why I like her so much. Please welcome Julia Roberts! Does a pretty thing ever get to you? Like, I'm wondering. I was having this discussion with my girlfriend the other day. I said, it's a really great thing we were never really like pretty women, because like now we don't have to worry about losing that. You know, as you go into your 40s, it's like one thing I don't have to worry about, keeping that pretty thing going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I never really thought of it now that you put it that way.
No, it's one less worry I have in life, you know?
Well, you know, you can't really complain about being in a movie called Pretty Woman when you're the woman.
Yeah.
And you just can't do it. So I guess when it all falls apart, then we can just all sit around watching Pretty Woman and remember the days when it was better.
Well, naturally, posing for paparazzi has become something Julia's a pro at. She even has a trick. What is that?
Oh, God. Well, there's like a scene in Runaway Bride, me and Joan Cusack, where I'm talking to her on the bleachers, and I say, okay, you can hardly read lips, so don't move your mouth. And that's what I do when people are taking pictures. And so I have my Stepford smile, which means I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, we're being attacked, everything's fine. Because if you say anything, it's always a picture with your mouth open or where you're furrowed your brow, and then they write, you know, Julia, furious, news at 11.
Yeah. And so does that, none of that bothers you, though? Or does it? No.
No, nothing bothers me now.
This is exciting because she's won an Oscar, is married to just the nicest guy. And in just a few months, her life and his life will forever be changed. Until now, she has dodged the paparazzi, hid her belly so well, no one has even seen a glimpse of it. And today is her first interview since we heard the joyful news that she's a mommy-to-be of twins. My dear, delightful friend, Julia Roberts! Tell us the absolute moment that you found out you were having twins. What's the absolute moment?
I went, oh my God, that's great! Like before I even took a breath. I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought it was the best news. And then I panicked in the car.
About?
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. How does it feel carrying twins?
I feel like it's, you know, classic overachieving.
Yeah.
And
Are you telling people what you're having? Do you know?
I told you.
I know you. I'm not people. I'm a friend. I'm not people, but have you announced to people? Because you don't have to tell. I'm just wondering. That's why I didn't say I know what you're having.
You know, I tell people in the grocery stores. I guess.
Okay.
Let's check with my husband on the commercial. And
okay, to see if you're going to tell people.
Everybody in the grocery knows.
Okay. But everybody doesn't know. So let's check with Danny to see if you're going to tell. Okay. I just got a thing in the prompter that Danny says it's okay. Danny says it's okay. Danny says it's okay. That's my cue from the control room. Okay.
This is such a momentous moment. Let's just pretend we're at Sid's Market.
Yes.
We are blessed to be having a little boy and a little girl.
That is overachieving. You got it. First shot. Here's what I want to do. I'll say the names of some of your famous co-stars, and you tell me the first thing comes to mind, okay?
No. Can't we play this at dinner?
No, okay, come on.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, Brad Pitt.
Oh, sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah. He's sunshine. He is sunny disposition.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Matt Damon.
He is the sweetest. Oh, I did so much stuff with Maddie in this one. And he's just, you want him to be your son. He's just so sweet and well-mannered, and he works hard, and he's talented. I know this is more than one word, but he's sweet.
Sweet. George Clooney.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
He's the Joker. He's the master Joker. Yeah, 24 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Denzel.
My favorite. No, not my favorite. I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah.
But if I was forced to pick a favorite for peace in the world, I'd pick Denzel.
Please welcome Liberace! Don't I need this coat? This is the coat I need, okay? Is this great? Now, what's great about this is I walked in early and I did this to the audience. It says Liberace there. Is that great? You were telling me that you got this coat with...
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went shopping with Donald Trump.
Oh.
And in the Trump Tower,
I go shopping with Mary Kay and Ellen. He goes shopping with Donald Trump.
I had a nice fur coat on.
Yeah.
And we went up to this furrier, and Donald saw this coat, and he said, "Why don't you try that on? That kind of looks like you." And I tried it on. I said, "Do you really think it looks like me?" He said, "I like it better than the one you're wearing." So I said, "Well, maybe I should get it then." He said, "No, wait. So we left, and I said, "Why wouldn't you let me buy that coat?" Because he said, "I can get a better price for you."
Would you play for us?
I'd love to.
Okay.
All right.
Mao, how does it feel? How does your wife feel about being the sexiest man alive?
How does my wife feel about that?
Is she the sexiest?
Yeah, I was at the sexiest man alive. Let me see. I was out of town when that thing came out. So and when she picked it up and read it, I think she was relieved that it didn't say the sexiest man dead. So,
How old are you?
oh golly. How old do you think I am?
20.
He's 20?
I wish she was 20.
No,
She were 20, yeah.
31.
31. You do sound effects, I hear.
Yeah.
Water dripping.
Oh, water dripping, yes. Well, look, I blew it.
Go ahead, do it again. Water, second take.
Really good. This is a great man. I mean, everybody swoons because he's handsome and all that, but he's just 1,000 million things other than that.
Yeah.
Like...
Years ago, when I did my first audition for my first television job, I was such a nervous wreck. I had no idea of what to do or what to say, and I thought in my head that maybe I'll just pretend that I'm Barbara. I will sit like Barbara. I will hold my head like Barbara. So I crossed my legs at the ankle, and I put my little finger under my chin, and I leaned across the desk, and I pretended to be Barbara Walters. And I was hired. I'm like,
do me. I'd love to. Yeah, well, I see. I used to sit like that.
Yes, you used to do this.
I used to do this. That's what I used to do.
And I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, you know, and I did. I would sit
you
like
do
this.
this.
And I'd get,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of woman would you be interested in marrying?
A woman. It's a bunch of different things. You know, you want intelligence, and you want beauty, and you want honesty. The same things that everybody looks for.
Do you care what color they are?
This is gonna make. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. There's a lot of white ladies like this. He's the only Negro I've ever fantasized about.
I'd like to know, what do you consider to be funny, and what are some of the things that you laugh at? Do you laugh at yourself, or what?
Well, I'm laughing at those slacks that you had on. Well, you know, getting older and having a family, all those things kind of settle you.
Calm you
and I
down.
was never, buck wild. I was just having fun.
You were just buckwheat.
I was. When I first saw Nicole, I turned to my accountant who was with me, and I said, "Now you see her, I would marry her tomorrow with no prenuptial agreement." That's the first thing I said when I saw her.
She's a beautiful girl when she walked in, beautiful woman. When you walked in, as you know, Nicole, you turned some heads in the audience. I said, audience, let's just have a little prayer right now. Nicole, I'm not just trying to show off your body. Could you just stand up so America could just see?
Hey, watch that dress, and that's kind of short.
Oh, my God. You and I both know that part of happiness comes from having great vision and having a passion.
And great sex.
Oh. I just saw you on the news not too long ago. You'd gone to a Bush rally or something like that. And it's an interesting thing because I know the family, and I just can't imagine that at some point somebody from this Democratic Kennedy side hasn't said something to you about it. What do they really say? What's the real scoop?
Well,
Do they say,
the real scoop is that we have absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Really?
Maria and I about this whole thing.
Really?
Especially since I've been sleeping in a garage.
What attracted you to him in the first place?
Well, people always think it must have been his body, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I noticed his body. I'm not like, you know, moron, but, you know, I was like aware that it was there, obviously. But he had this great sense of humor. Great ability to laugh at himself, and he also had incredible dreams for himself. And I was fascinated with someone who had come here with no money, who was an immigrant, who didn't speak the language, and said, you know, I can go on to become an incredible force in this country. I can do this, that, and the other, and who believed it and was focused on it. And I said,
I don't know anybody more determined than Arnold.
I don't either.
No.
No.
There is a shot of me going outside of your wedding that is frightening.
I haven't.
It is absolutely frightening.
I have all my beautiful wedding pictures. You're in there with like white.
What in the hell was I wearing?
Like earrings.
My earrings are the size of napkins. It is like I folded up this paper. I took up the paper and I said, I'm going to wear this. So, Maria, my friend of 27 years, has not done an interview since Arnold decided to run. And every journalist out there wants this exclusive. I was this weekend in Salinas County, and the journalists there, some reporters were saying, how did you get this interview? I said, I played the friendship card. That's how I got this interview. I am using my friendship. Okay, so they've never done an interview together. When you decided to run for governor, you must have known everything you've ever done is now going to come to the forefront. So did you sit Maria down and say, I was a wild boy? I was a wild boy.
First of all, I think the 70s was a crazy decade.
Yeah.
So, you know, so this is the time, remember when we promoted bodybuilding, promoted pumping iron, and said the most outrageous things that you can say in order to make headlines and to be out there. We were trying to get the attention. These were the times where I was saying things like, you know, a pump is better than coming and all those kind of things. Yeah. No, but I mean, we were like, you know, today.
Watching the show.
Jer, hey, Jer.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Being on Tonight Show 17 times, it's like...
I'm exhausted. I'm so tired.
The first time you were on, though, weren't you nervous about, gosh, will I ever get asked back?
Yeah. Well, I'm nervous right now. I don't know. I mean, you just do the show. I mean, I think when I walk out, Carson isn't sitting there thinking, gee, I wonder if this new kid will be my friend.
From your lips, why did you decide to end the show?
Good question.
Okay.
It's from years and years of being on stage as a comedian. You know, you do a show, I get on stage and I'll do an hour or an hour and 10 or 15 minutes or something. But there's that moment when you're on stage when you just feel, and you learn, it takes years to learn it, that this is the moment. And you just get off stage then, and the audience, and they get excited.
Yeah.
And another 5 minutes can bring them to a completely different place.
Yeah.
Just like a little too much food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have this great meal.
Like 2 bites too many.
2 bites, and how was the food? It was okay. I ate too much. You know, you don't feel as good.
Yeah.
So I just sensed that moment was coming. And I wanted, and believe me, they offered me a lot of money to stay.
$110 million, I heard.
Really?
Yes. $110 million to do a 10th season.
Yes, but I had already had quite a few cars at that point.
Okay, so what makes you laugh on TV these days?
You know, I watch Sesame Street a lot. Because I have 2 little kids. And a lot of people ask me, you know, would I ever consider doing another show? And I sit there and I watch this Elmo guy. And he is so likable and so funny and so charming. And I sit there with my daughter and I think, let him bust his little red ass every week. I can't do it anymore.
Now, you were at one time one of the wealthiest and most famous bachelors.
I was before I spent it all.
Yeah. And you held out a very long time, okay? And you then met Jessica, and then said what? Said it's over?
This is the biggest day of my wife's life. To meet you, to be with you here is so such a exciting. She's so excited. Look at her, she can't take it. She adores you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That is so sweet.
Yeah, she does.
That is so...
As everyone does.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so tell me, what was it about, this is the one, and you knew this was the one when?
Oh, right away.
Right away.
You know what it is? It's not the conversation or the attraction that you feel to the opposites. It's just like this comfort level when someone is in your house. That's, to me, that's what's important. When someone comes into your house and you still feel comfortable, then
and
you're
you can feel as comfortable saying nothing as you do having a conversation.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to keep it going.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but you just know this is someone I want to spend my life with.
Wow. Okay, and I read where you said, Jessica saved my life. How so? How so?
Well,
she gave me something to care about.
Well, yeah, like you say, I was at a point. I was 44, I'd done the show, I had made it, so there wasn't, like, career-wise much I wanted to accomplish. I had, you know, dated around, and so when I met her, and I thought, you know what, we could have a life together. And so it gave me a life to live, you know?
Okay, what has surprised you most about being married?
The questions. There's a lot of questions that women have. I really thought, do you take this woman was going to be the last tough one. But, you know, how long are you going to sit there watching TV? I wish I knew the answer to that one myself. They ask hard questions.
Hey, Kurt, I want to tell you this, that just in the back here a few moments ago, just as you were popping up on the monitor, we were trying to get the audio levels and this whole satellite thing worked out. Goldie's standing in front of the monitor, mesmerized, like she hasn't seen you in years, and it's only been since, what, last 4 days?
Yeah.
It's great, and even just now, you can see her little chest. Those little blood vessels or something in that chest there. Yeah, that's really great to be able to have that kind of reaction from someone you care about this far into the game, don't you think?
I can honestly say that I really don't know what it would be like anymore in terms of happiness to be without that blonde one sitting next to you there.
Sweetie, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too, honey. We're going to turn this into a real sickening interview.
Yeah, you feel differently. Like if you find yourself in a situation where you're just kind of all penned up and then you'll just smile at yourself, you change your chemistry, do you not?
Yeah, there's a Chinese Qigong exercise where sometimes when you're waking up in the morning, you're so damn dull, you know? It's like, you know, where's my joy? So now, this is what they do. They come all the way up, bring the energy all the way up. Breathe in, pull your hands up to the sky, smile, and go like this. Chee! And then you bring all the energy down and throw it away. And you do that about 10 times, and I am here to tell you, you'll be so happy. Okay,
you stand up. Here we go.
All right, so remember, take your hands up top. Now bring your whole hands down, follow your face all the way down your body, clear your energy, bring it down to the floor. Ready? Now gather the energy up, bring it up around your legs, up, turn your hands upside down, look up to the sky, and go.
I was just wondering what the most outrageous thing a fan has done to meet you. I think it happened in this town. Was it Chicago? I did some concerts out here last year in the Midwest, and in one of the hotels we were staying in, we had gotten rained out, and these two girls, one girl brought her friend up to the room, and they said, "This girl is blind, but she wants to meet you." And she was not blind. And my friend saw her in the bar later that night, and she was having a good time, and she wasn't blind, but it was, and they acted it out. They did the whole thing. They said, and she was kind of staring off.
You are the only celebrity, you hold this distinction, of sending me flowers.
Yeah.
And I had never met you, and you sent me flowers because when I was doing, I think, Will Smith here for Ali, I talked about what an amazing job you did.
Yeah.
And just because I said your name, you sent me flowers. That's the first time and only time that it ever happened.
Well, I was thinking about you.
Thank you.
No, but actually, I mean, you have to understand, I mean, and Oprah Winfrey, I mean, it's, to be mentioned on, it was literally like my career hadn't done anything, and then like, I was on Oprah Winfrey, and people call, "Man, you done made it."
Jamie is famous for his impersonations. Do Tom Cruise for us. I would think that's hard to do.
Oh, Tom is more of a look. And his laugh.
Yes.
You know.
And he's very intense.
Oh, he's very intense. Me and Tom and I got together, man, and we just magic formed, and we started hanging out. He came to my birthday party. And you know, there was some elements at my birthday party. Elements meaning like people with no social security numbers and things like that, you know. But he hung out, we went to TRL, then I took him to Harlem.
Really?
And that's how cool he is. There's a lot of times people keep asking me, is he genuine? He's genuine. He went to Harlem, all these black folks looking at him and just going crazy. I said, these people you may not know too much about, but they know everything about you. He welcomed it. We get up in the party and we kicking it. And he dancing and doing his thing, and Dougie Fresh is on the mic. Pumping it up, you know? And then I grabbed the mic and said, "Yo, Tom, give a shout out to Harlem." And he was like, "Huh?" I said, "Give a shout out." And he goes, "Hey, Harlem!" And they went crazy, man. He's genuine, that's my friend.
What do you think the biggest decision was? A decision to leave Elvis?
Oh, sure. I think anytime, you know, you're changing your life, you're changing, you know, my God, I had a child. I mean, that definitely was a very big decision for me.
You know, you don't look like the same person who married him. I mean...
Oh, well, no.
Yes. I've never seen more mascara on one person in my life. He has not done an interview in front of an audience in over 10 years. Welcome, Leonardo DiCaprio. For all you moms out there watching, this is going to get you. We learned that one of the greatest loves of Leo's life is his mother, Irma Lynn DiCaprio. He's looking like a babe today.
He is.
Now, had you any idea that your son was going to grow up to be the Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, I had no idea at all.
What were your hopes for him when he was a boy?
Well, when he would argue with me, I would tell him he should be an attorney so you can make some money. You can make some money arguing about all. I remember. And then he liked art, so I thought perhaps an artist. And since his name was Leonardo DiCaprio, I thought that would be...
Why was he named Leonardo? I think that's a cute story.
I was inspired by the name of Leonardo da Vinci when I visited Italy. Yes. And I thought it sounded very smooth.
Was he always getting into trouble growing up?
He was great.
That's
wonderful child.
I was just wondering if you're looking forward to starting a family, getting married, having a wife and kids and a white picket fence.
Yeah, go ahead, answer that.
I will, sure. Right now, no, not at this particular moment. Right now, I'm just too happy doing what I'm doing. But, you know, that's all in the future.
Ellen Smith, I liked your question. This was good. Where are you? Okay. Okay, what is it?
Who is your favorite leading lady kiss?
Oh, boy. Oh, there's going to be some mad actresses, huh, if I didn't say so. I'm just going to go with, you know, Kate Winslet, good old classic. Just because we did it more times than anyone could ever imagine on set.
A lot of times.
A lot, yeah.
Kate Winslet was here for the making of Titanic, and she told us the truth about working with Leonardo. This is what she said.
The truth, huh?
Yeah.
Leo and I always had a laugh together. We always got on incredibly well. And
You
there was
need
never...
to with 7 months.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I was like, you know, probably all the women in this audience are about Leonardo DiCaprio. Initially, I thought, oh, how am I going to work with this beautiful man who's such a brilliant actor? And I met him, and he's so, honestly, he's so lovely and down-to-earth and normal and so good at what he does that it was actually never about that. It was a real brother-sister thing. We were very, very, very close and really stuck together.
That's my girl.
That's your girl. True or false? You almost died while skydiving?
Correct, yes.
Why were you skydiving?
I don't know. I'll never do it again. I'll tell you that. I do not recommend skydiving to anyone.
Because is it true?
There's something fundamentally wrong about looking out of a plane and being thousands of feet in the air and saying, okay, I'm gonna hurl myself out and fall and plummet to the earth.
What happened?
You know, it was a tandem dive. I'll make the story short, but it was a tandem dive, and I pulled the cord. I looked, and the chute was going like this. And I heard the guy go, oh, blank, you know. I was like, what? You know, he's like, you know, it's all tied up. So he cut the cord. We started plummeting to earth. I had one of those, you know, flashes, 8x10 glossies of my life in front of my eyes. You know, 2 years old, 8 years old, you know, 10.
Did that really happen?
That really happened.
Really?
And then I didn't know there was a second chute. Pulled the second chute. That was clumped up as well. So then I said, oh, wow, now I'm really going to die.
Do you have time to think?
Yeah, you have those moments. It's going, oh, God. You know, why do I have to die today?
Please welcome Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep, and Julianne Moore to our tea party, the Bel Air. We do a little thing on the show that we ask everybody their favorite things. Your favorite memory?
Swimming in the surf with my sister in Sydney when I was little, and I just remember, like, laughter from the beach, and that was my parents, and just noise and sun and surf and making out. In the car. I do remember like that.
I remember
kissing in the car.
Kiss.
Oh,
yeah.
yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
The great kiss, though, is pretty spectacular, no? Let's move off this now.
I heard that you do reach a point after every film where you think you're not going to work again.
Well, no, also in the middle of it, I feel, well, no, at the beginning I'm scared. In the middle, I think, maybe then that's when I start to, like, doubt my choices. And then by the end, I think I've ruined it. I've ruined it. That's, you know. And sometimes I will suggest other actors.
That is amazing to me. At the end of my magazine, every month I do a thing called What Do I Know For Sure? What do you know for sure?
Give and you'll receive. That's what I've sort of learned. The more you give, the more you'll get back. And stay open and trust.
What do I know for sure? I know I will never, ever lose the weight from the first baby.
Which was 22 years ago. You've been acting since you were 14. Did you ever have any other job?
But I'd worked as an usherette for a while.
Okay.
And as a masseuse. But not that kind of, like a masseuse, like a, not a, not a sexy masseuse.
No, I'm just thinking, I'm gonna say,
No,
but this is, okay, but this is the
whatever
thing.
you call it.
I never asked.
A masseuse,
Okay.
you know, a masseuse.
Okay, so I want you to be honest with me. When you, like, okay, a person, they're buck naked, that you've known them for 20 seconds, they're buck naked, do you go, cellulite, lots of it?
No, you
Or do
sort
you
of
say-
just, well, you're looking at the body to assess, you know, which parts you really need to work on.
And there's no judgment whatsoever.
Oh, maybe a little.
On screen, Nicole Kidman has starred opposite some of Hollywood's top leading men. Okay, here's what I want to do. I'm going to say the names of some of your famous co-stars. Okay?
Yeah.
Then you're going to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, really? It's like a therapy thing.
Yeah, okay. There it is, George Clooney.
Suave.
Suave. Good.
Sexy.
Okay.
Oh, one word.
Okay, Ewan McGregor.
So darling, dear, and so kind to me. And I'd love to do another film with him.
Joaquin.
Oh, my gosh. He was a baby when I worked with him. He was 19.
Well, you just made the age limit. Okay, Jude Law.
Oh, so just sweet. Like sunshine.
Like sunshine. Anthony Hopkins.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'd like to, I've said before, he could read the yellow pages to me. Sean Penn. Also brilliant.
Yeah, one of the greats.
Yeah.
Really is sort of, and also an original.
Also an original.
An original.
Yeah, I like him so much.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
My favorite!
Yeah, you must know you do cut a dashing figure. You do. You do. Go ahead, say it. I remember, Jude, I was at the Oscars this year, and you were sitting in front of me. I was like, oh. You were sitting right in front of me.
I was?
Yes, you were.
I was sat, and my mum was sat next to me, and next to my mum was Sean Connery, and my mum was going...
And then you're always like, she was like, the whole time trying to, okay, there's Jude Law in front of me, that's okay. We know you're a single dad, and the women in the audience want to know, are you dating anyone special? Are you dating anyone special?
I'm dating someone very special.
Yeah. Is that the girl that kept sitting on your lap during the Oscars? Somebody kept moving to sit on your
No,
lap?
that was my mom.
It was not.
I cannot believe I'm here right now. Thank you for that warm welcome. I'm glad I have waterproof mascara on. I just cannot believe I'm here.
Really?
I cannot believe it.
I can't believe it
It's a
either.
dream come true.
That is so nice. So nice. First of all, I am so proud of you, and I've been so proud of you for such a long time.
Thank you.
Yes, because I don't know if all of you are aware of your story. You are one of those people who believed in your own dream. You believed in your own dream and had not only, it's not enough just to believe, but to have the courage of your own conviction to follow that dream.
Thank you.
Yes, and that
Well,
is...
you're the same way. You know?
No, you are.
No, you. You know, you're the same way, and you have been an inspiration for me for that. I'm very lucky, I'm very blessed, and I'm very thankful.
Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay, so you already won an Oscar for Boys Don't Cry. Okay, so... So what is that moment like, really? Can you describe it when they call your name? There are 4 others, and then yours is in there somewhere.
It's you can't describe it. It's indescribable. It's a feeling of, am I dreaming? First of all, I can't believe that I'm a working actor, let alone in this position with all these other women who inspire me. And you hear your name, and you know.
No, but I didn't hear my name, you know? But it's a list of the 5, and then there's that face you do, we're like, okay, good, very nice. Okay, that's nice, she won.
It's just a moment you hope you can talk. You hope you can say words. But I remember starting right and looking and taking in the whole audience and seeing Meryl Streep, you know, sitting there going like this. She was so supportive, and we were nominated together. You know, and seeing Clint Eastwood. I remember seeing Clint. I remember seeing, you know, Jack Nicholson. I remember seeing all these people that have inspired me my whole life.
Had you prepared anything?
You know, I thought if I got so lucky, I had a piece of paper so that I could remember people, and of course, I didn't. I didn't remember Chad, so But the thing is I didn't have him written down on the paper because I'm like, I'm not going to forget Chad.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, and they're waving. They have
Chad's
this
her
thing.
husband.
Yeah,
Chad
my
Logan.
husband. And they have this thing that says, you know, you 10 seconds, 5 seconds left, but it's the second you walk on stage, that thing starts filming.
flashing.
Yeah,
Because they're already behind, especially by the time they get to Best Actress category, because that's late in the show.
And then they're going like this, the big in red light saying, "Get off," and they're going like this.
Yeah. Hillary, just 15 years old, her mom just fired from her job, packed up their car, and they headed to California. They had $75, literally, right?
Yes.
$75.
$75.
$75.
Yep, or bucks, whatever, yeah.
Okay. $75. I heard, and a gas card.
And
right?
a gas card or a mobile card, yep.
Mobile
and
card.
we'd eat in a mini mart. Sometimes we'd go in and get money off with the card.
And share a meal.
Yeah, we'd go to Denny's and split the Grand Slam breakfast. Because it's huge. You could never eat it all anyway.
Yeah, and that would be your one meal a day?
Yeah, well, we'd scrounge up something, we'd figure it out. We'd share.
No place to live they had, and an impossible Hollywood dream this is, but the rest, as they say, is history. Hillary's hero is here. Introduce her for us, will you?
This is my mom, Judy, my hero, my inspiration, my gift.
Okay. Okay. So, I want to know this.
How about this, Mom? We're on Oprah.
Hey, how about this? Is it still your dream to have children? Is that your dream to have children?
Yes, I would love to have children.
So even if you didn't find the perfect right guy, would you be one of those women to have children as a single person? And
I will have the perfect right guy.
you will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Why not? You know, I am a great, perfect right girl. You
And
know,
so why wouldn't you draw that to yourself?
Yes.
Do you think that being funny is a part of your nature or nurturing? Because I wonder, you know, is funny in your genes? Really, I wonder. Because, you know, some people, I've done interviews with people.
Yul Brynner was originally Babe Ruth in the Babe Ruth story, and that didn't work. Hey, babe, you gonna hit a home run today? I'm going to try.
What is your favorite thing to do?
Actually, stay in bed with just the things I like.
I've been told. I have been told. Okay, I guess
really?
you don't mean ice cream either, huh?
No, I mean it all. I mean it all. Our favorite thing is to stay in bed. We usually stay in bed on every Sunday.
Do you?
Yeah, with the newspapers and videotapes and food and each other. That's all we need.
Oh, so much fun. That's great. Since the word got out that a legend was going to be here today, our phone lines have been jammed. People have been trying everything they could to get tickets to today's show. Why? Because one of the greatest entertainers in the world is making a rare appearance. Please welcome Ms. Barbara Streisand. Oh, you do? You look great. You look great.
So do you.
Thank you. We're
glowing
chocolate and vanilla.
Oh, nice.
Yes, chocolate and vanilla.
Anything that reminds me of ice cream.
It's great. Are there moments when you step back yourself and you are amazed by your own
achievement?
Yes.
I do it every day. I try, and that I think is wonderful about growing older. This appreciation for the miracle of existence, of life. I thank God every day. Mind if I take my shoes off?
Take them off. I understand.
Huh? Or you know what I could do? Okay.
I do understand. I'll take mine off.
Thank you.
I could sit like this.
Beautiful, but hello.
I know.
Okay, yeah. And what about turning 50? What was that like for you?
You're trapping me here.
No. No, I'm asking. It's going to happen to me next year. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No. That was odd. I didn't mind being anything in my 40s. 50 was hard.
Was it?
Yeah. So 30 was hard, 50 was hard, 40 was fine. So now everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's
I
different.
mean, you might experience it.
I'm thinking I'm going to rock on through the 50s. I'm liking it. So how glamorous has your life become now?
Oh, it's very glamorous.
I'm waiting for details.
It's nicely glamorous, I guess.
Nicely glamorous.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I travel around a lot. And, they always send a car for me, which is very glamorous. But you know how impossible it is? In all honesty, this is the greatest myth about show business, is that it's fun to, like, sip champagne in the back of a limousine while you're going somewhere. It's impossible to sip.
That's right.
I'll never make a movie that's better than Forrest. I'll make other movies that are good, but I'll never make something that accomplishes what Forrest did with such power and with such originality.
And people are still sending you chocolates, I hear.
I get a lot of chocolate. You know what? Because here's the funny thing. You know, Oprah, life is like a chocolate.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's right. That's right. He writes, he directs, he produces. He's my brilliant friend, Tom Hanks. Come on out here.
Oprah. Hey, va-va-va-voom, Oprah Winfrey.
What are you talking about?
What has happened to you? I'm going to be speaking like Fred Flintstone. I'm going to be saying like, hubba, hubba.
While doing research for this show, my staff dug up some surprising things that we did not know about Tom. Here's some Tom trivia floating around out there. Tell us true or false that you go to work in your pajamas.
There are on occasions, yes, I go to work in my... Because sometimes I go and work out and then I get out of my pajamas, but I figured that, yes, sometimes I go to work in my pajamas.
Okay, that you are a huge Jeopardy buff.
Listen, in single Jeopardy, I kick butt.
You shoplifted as a child.
Oh, hey now, come on. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. Secondly, let's say I did. And let's say the best thing that happened was a shopkeeper said, I know what you're up to and it ain't right.
Okay.
And after that, I never did it again.
Okay.
Just an adult looking down at a kid saying, buddy, I know what you're up to.
Do you remember what you were...
Not that I remember that happening at all.
Okay, true or false? You're related to Abraham Lincoln.
True, yes, indeed, I am, yes. I had to do a lot of reports. The Hanks family is from Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln's mother's name was Nancy Hanks. That is a family. We have a semi-direct connection to
Abraham Lincoln.
The honest Abe Lincoln.
That is terrific.
Thank you. Yes,
okay. You were once is this true? You were once a hotel bellman.
Thank you for saying bellman.
Yes. Bellman.
Bellboy is a derogatory term.
Okay.
You don't check into a hotel and say, where's the bellboy? You don't. You ask for bell service.
Yes.
Or may I have a bellman? Help
yes,
me with my bags.
Right.
Yes.
That's why
I had
I
a
didn't
great
say
boss.
bellboy.
There were great, fabulous guys that I worked with, and I was a bellman.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you do that, Tom?
I did that for about 2.5 years, and cheated on my taxes. Well, no, I didn't cheat on my taxes. Say hypothetically I was to cheat on my taxes. What that means is you say you might have made $20 in tips and you say you made $10 in tips.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it goes on, and I'm not saying I did it. But there is this odd loophole that I hope the candidates are closing this time.
Okay. And then you juggle. You know how to juggle.
When Peter and I were doing Bosom Buddies, Peter Scolari, he taught me how to juggle, and he juggles clubs, and he's actually quite accomplished. And I could do a little bit. I haven't done it in years and years.
Okay, we have some tennis balls.
Ah, jeez. Okay, now, let me tell you. Now, I'm not kidding you. It turns out tennis balls are amongst the hardest thing to juggle because they have no weight. Juggling balls are actually pretty heavy. The best thing about the consistency and the weight of an orange is the thing you would want to juggle. But, hold on, let me get that going there.
Thank you, Tommy.